America. The new warning this morning as another blast of severe weather hits the heartland. State of emergency. The central U.S. bracing for more flooding and tornadoes after deadly twisters tear through the plains. An EF3 ripping apart this town, killing at least 2 people, injuring dozens. Now the search for survivors as more storms move in, and the new alerts this Memorial Day as millions hit the roads and sky.
Breaking overnight, President Trump face-to-face with Japan's new emperor for the first time as he tries to strike a deal on trade, but splits with his own national security team on North Korea, siding with Kim Jong-un.
Breaking overseas, an arrest just made in that terror investigation. The 24-year-old suspect now in custody, accused of exploding a device on a busy street in France, injuring 13 people.
Deadly shark attack, a father killed in the water in Hawaii, and the new warnings this morning about life-threatening rip currents after 8 deaths in North Carolina in just the last week.
Accident at the amusement park. The popular log ride flipping over with a family on board, critically injuring a woman.
And amazing survival story. This yoga instructor lost in the wilderness for 17 days, found alive. The volunteers who refused to give up, and the moment she was finally saved, and what she's saying about how she survived.
Live in Times Square, this is Good Morning America.
Good morning, America, and thank you for joining us on this Memorial Day. We've got a live look for you right there at Arlington National Cemetery in Virginia, the final resting place for so many American heroes.
Yes, so many heroes. Some 250,000 flags have been placed at the headstones there, and it goes without saying on this Memorial Day, we are honoring all of those who gave their lives serving our country.
Certainly are.
And our thoughts are there, but we begin this morning with the deadly storms across Tornado Alley. Oklahoma's governor declaring a state of emergency in the devastated town of El Reno alone. At least 2 people were killed and 29 injured. Authorities are still searching for those missing after a major EF3 tornado with winds up to 145 miles per hour. It plowed through there. There have been 191 reported twisters across the country in just 1 week, and now more are in the forecast. Rob Marciano starts us off in El Reno with the very latest. Rob, good morning.
Hey, good morning, Tom. It has been a rough 9 days, days after days of severe weather and flooding. And just when we thought we could get through the weekend, this happens. That's the second floor of a hotel ripped off. This is either a radio tower or a construction crane. Honestly, you really can't tell one thing from the other here. Buildings have been crushed. In many cases, homes have been flattened.
This morning, a scene of devastation in El Reno, Oklahoma. A mobile home park leveled, cars turned over, roofs ripped off buildings, homes flattened.
We heard the whistling of the tornado and felt the trailer shake.
It felt like the roof was like ripping and then like stuff was snapping around us.
Elton Garrison rescued his family from the wreckage.
What was going through your mind when you knew your parents were trapped into that rubble and you couldn't get to them?
The main thing, I was trying to just get them out before that wall collapsed anymore.
His son recounting how dire the situation was.
If I didn't get off where I was, I would probably have a pulse sticking through me. I was on a couch.
This view shows you the frightening force of this tornado, flipping these homes over, in most cases, just completely obliterating them.
El Reno residents had little time to react. Those who lost everything seeking refuge in a car dealership next door. It served as a triage unit for the injured.
The thing that was most devastating was when I walked in there and we have a very shiny tile floor and it was covered with blood.
Authorities still searching for survivors in the wreckage.
We called in USAR. That's the Urban Search and Rescue Team, and they're going to set up a grid. They're going to start at the trailer park area edge and work through that area to make sure that we got all the numbers.
Several towns in the central U.S. hit hard by severe storms, injuring almost 100 people and killing at least 6. Winds of up to 145 miles an hour as a twister smashed through town in the middle of the night.
Just bodies everywhere, people everywhere, don't know dead or alive.
Just a horrific scene here. They do get a bit of a break weather-wise today, but the scenario sets up again tomorrow for severe weather with the potential of tornadoes tomorrow here and through Kansas City, Tulsa, Jefferson City, places that have got hit badly in this past week. And El Reno, you probably know, has a history of tornadoes. It was back in 2013 where a mammoth tornado came through and did so much destruction and killed at least 8 people there. So this is not something you want to see again, and it has happened again, unfortunately. Looking forward to getting through Tuesday safely. Paula?
Yeah, horrific scene indeed, as you just described, Rob, and we want to thank you because you're doing a lot of important work there. We want to turn things over to Ginger. Ginger's here, and Ginger, there is no end in sight. More trouble is on its way.
Oh, it's so hard to hear El Reno. I remember being there for that major tornado, and now I want to show you it's not just Oklahoma, right? New Mexico, the video behind me here, that is a tornado in New Mexico. They do happen, and it certainly isn't just there, but come with me because the population centers today that are in the severe weather threat, when we show you pictures like that, these are the areas we think this could happen today. Anywhere from western Kansas over through northern Missouri, Chicago, Peoria, northwest Indiana, including, say, Valparaiso, down to nearly Indianapolis, Detroit, Toledo, all included in the damaging wind threat. I wish tornadoes were the only problem. They're not. A lot of the rivers in parts of the Ozarks are just full and beyond full. So flash flooding and regular flooding, all a possibility today with these storms. Tom from Minneapolis down through Oklahoma will be watching the water too.
All right, Ginger, and as those storms tear through the heartland, the Memorial Day travel rush is getting underway. Take a live look at the New Jersey Turnpike. ABC's Ariel Reshef is on the road right now with what to expect and the worst traffic when it's going to hit, how to avoid it all. Ariel, good morning.
Hey, good morning to you, Tom. We are here on the New Jersey Turnpike. So far, things are pretty clear out here. Not too many cars on the roadways. As for the rest of the country, most of the major cities have already seen their peak traffic this holiday weekend. So there's the good news. But experts are warning for cities like D.C., Boston, and Seattle, the worst may be yet to come. So they're saying you should head out sooner rather than later from 3 to 6 p.m. this afternoon. You could see bumper-to-bumper traffic. Tom?
Ariel, I'm glad you're not behind the wheel right now because you're going to tell us how it's looking in the skies as well. You're tracking all the air travel?
I'm not driving here, Tom. Yeah, the air travel right now, despite that severe weather that's threatening a swath of the country, seems to be pretty good, pretty smooth sailing. Only a handful of cancellations and delays, but of course we're keeping a close eye on it, and you should too. As you head out to the airport, give yourself plenty of time and be sure to check with your carrier. Tom?
All right, Ariel, thanks so much, Cecilia.
Okay, Tom, we're going to head overseas to President Trump's high-stakes trip to Tokyo, a trip now overshadowed by the president's latest words on North Korea. He's defending Kim Jong-un's missile launches, saying they are not a violation of Security Council resolutions. This completely contradicts the conclusion of his own security team. ABC White House correspondent Tara Palmieri is traveling with the president right there in Tokyo. Good morning, Tara.
Good morning, Cecilia. President Trump is being honored at a state dinner right now. It's just another lavish event, all part of this weekend-long charm offensive by Japanese Prime Minister Shinzo Abe. And Cecilia, after all this, they're still split on North Korea.
The U.S.-Japan alliance is steadfast and ironclad.
This morning, President Trump stood shoulder to shoulder with Japanese Prime Minister Shinzo Abe, and then minutes later split with the Japanese leader and his own security team on North Korea.
You're not bothered at all by the small missiles?
No, I'm not.
Both Abe and Trump's national security advisor, John Bolton, have warned that North Korea's missile launches earlier this month violate a UN security resolution. But the president dismissing his own team's concerns and giving cover to Kim Jong-un, who launched missiles that could reach Japan.
My people think it could have been a violation, as you know. I view it differently. I view it as a man, perhaps he wants to get attention, and perhaps not. Who knows? It doesn't matter.
On the world stage, the president went after Democratic contender Joe Biden, parroting the North Korean leader.
Kim Jong-un made a statement that Joe Biden is a low IQ individual. He probably is, based on his record. I think I agree with him on that. I'm not a fan.
Abe favors a hard line against the North Korean leader, but hopes that President Trump can help set up a meeting between the two leaders. The bond between two countries was on display throughout the weekend. Trump honored as the first leader to meet with the new Japanese emperor. The Abe-Trump friendship up close in this golf course selfie, and when Trump presented a sumo wrestling award.
As sumo grand champion, I hereby award you the United States President's Cup.
North Korea is out with a fresh attack on National Security Advisor John Bolton, calling him a warmonger and a human defect. This is after he called their latest missile launches a UN security violation.
Yeah, North Korea quick to respond there. Tara, I want to ask you about another headline that the president is making, this one on Iran during the same trip to Tokyo. He now says he'd like to have a good relationship with Iran and that he's willing to sit down with some Iranian leaders.
Yes, Cecilia, President Trump sounded optimistic. He said he's willing to sit down with Iran. He's not looking for regime change. In fact, he added, quote, nobody would like to see terrible things happen, especially me. But Cecilia, just last week, the U.S. sent 1,500 troops to the region.
It sure did. Okay, Tara, thank you. We're going to stay overseas with breaking news involving that bombing in France. 2 suspects, including a 24-year-old, are now under arrest after a device exploded on a busy street in Lyon on Friday, injuring 13 people. Authorities releasing this image of one of the suspects caught on surveillance camera. Investigators found screws, ball bearings, and a trigger device. They're on the scene. A terror investigation is underway. Paula.
Thanks, Cecilia. Now to those new concerns about sharks as the summer beach season kicks off after a deadly attack. A father and physician was killed while swimming in the waters off Hawaii right outside of his luxury hotel. ABC's Adrian Bankert has the story. And Adrian, we are just 5 months into 2019. There have already been more shark attacks off Hawaii this year than all of last year.
Yeah, that's right, Paula. Good morning to you. Now, deadly encounters like this one still very uncommon, though in Hawaii, they've seen double the number of shark attacks there this year compared to last year. As for this California man who died in a horrific way, investigators are now looking into the kind of shark that may have killed him.
Shark attack at the Kaanapali Beach Club.
Horror in Hawaii as a man is brutally attacked, bitten, and killed by a shark off the coast of Maui.
We're part of a shark bite. The calls still coming in.
Officials say that Dr. Thomas Smiley was vacationing with his wife, swimming about 60 yards from the shore on Saturday when the attack happened. The shark taking half his leg.
We were watching the man get pulled up. We could hear her screaming. She was saying, "That's my husband, that's my husband."
Rescuers on jet skis rushed to try to save his life. The 65-year-old declared dead at the scene. While fatalities from shark attacks are rare, sightings are increasing and so are concerns. This year, Hawaii has already seen twice as many attacks as they did all of last year. And just last week, this great white was tracked near New York's Long Island.
I think the public's starting to get their head wrapped around the fact that this is a pretty serious situation.
In Cape Cod, Massachusetts, which had a fatal shark attack in 2018, officials are holding safety meetings and seminars, installing new warning signs, EMT stations, and emergency phones near the shore. And as more and more families start their summer vacations, there will be warnings across the country at beaches, especially right here on the West Coast. Now, friends of Dr. Smiley say that he loved spending time with his family. He leaves behind a wife, 3 children, and 6 grandchildren. Cecilia.
Such a tragedy. Okay, Adrian, thank you. We are going to now turn to that amusement park accident in California. A woman in critical condition after a popular log ride flipped over, throwing her and 2 others into the water. An investigation is now underway. ABC's Will Carr has the very latest. Good morning, Will.
And Cecilia, that family was out enjoying their Memorial Day weekend like so many families across the United States when something went terribly wrong, leaving one woman severely injured.
A day of fun at California's Castle Park turned into a nightmare for one family.
There was a patron that flew out of the log ride.
This log flume ride carrying a couple and their son flipped over on Saturday after firefighters said the ride malfunctioned.
The log ride actually flipped over with 3 other subjects still inside of it.
I basically seen the guy, he was tipped over onto the side because the ride, I guess, came down too fast.
The young boy and his father escaped with minor injuries, but the mother was thrown into the water and trapped under the log for several minutes. This video captured the chaos and the aftermath as park employees and bystanders worked to free the woman.
One person was transported to the hospital. We don't know the cause of the incident.
The woman suffered critical injuries after witnesses say she was ejected from the ride, which remains closed this morning, pending an investigation by state officials.
While that investigation continues, the log ride is closed, but the park remains open. Tom.
Will Carr for us. Will, thank you. Now to that incredible survival story. The yoga instructor lost in Hawaii's wilderness for 17 days, found alive, and now released from the hospital. ABC's Marcus Moore is in Maui with new details about her recovery and how she survived.
In an amazing turn of events, Amanda Eller is spending this Memorial Day resting safe and sound. The 35-year-old just released from the hospital, as we are learning more about how she survived 17 days lost in this dense, remote Hawaii forest.
It did come down to life and death, and I had to choose. And I chose life.
Sunburnt, blistered, and dehydrated, we now know that Amanda lived largely off of berries, plants, and guavas, even sometimes moths to stay alive. And these are some of the first images of her dramatic rescue.
We found her, guys! We did it!
The search squad, dubbed Amanda's Angels, had been scanning the dense Makawao forest from a helicopter. This is what it looks like here in this part of the Makawao forest. Just trees for as far as the eye can see, also thick brush and rugged terrain. And look at this. There are steep drop-offs here. In fact, Amanda actually fell from one of these cliffs and fractured her leg. But it was from the air that they finally spotted Amanda near a waterfall.
We looked down and was like, hey, there's a hiker. What? And she's like coming out of the woodwork, man. Like arms out, you know, waving us down.
2-week drama finally coming to an end with this moving rescue.
And there she goes! The last 17 days of my life have been the toughest days of my life. There were times of total fear and loss and wanting to give up.
This morning, nursing a broken leg after falling from a 20-foot cliff, she is alive. Her family grateful.
I knew we were going to get her. You know, if we hung in there long enough, we would find her. I was confident of that.
And one of the remarkable things about this story is how volunteers mobilized in the successful search, and they hope to take what they learned from this experience and help look for other missing people, like a 35-year-old man who disappeared here in Hawaii a week ago. He is still nowhere to be found. Guys?
Wow.
Such an amazing
Incredible.
story, it really is.
You try to wrap your mind around it, but it's just incomprehensible the length she went to to live.
One of the details was that she actually had to sleep in the cave of a wild boar. I mean, that is so bizarre and scary. I can't even imagine that.
Yeah, and they're dangerous.
I don't know how to do that.
Oh yeah, they're wild.
Yeah. Thanks for pointing that out, Tom. All right, this morning, tributes are pouring in for NFL legend Bart Starr. He, of course, was the quarterback who led the Green Bay Packers to victories in the first 2 Super Bowls ever in the late 60s, and he won 5 with the team. He was inducted into the Football Hall of Fame back in 1977. Another Hall of Fame Packers quarterback. They have legendary quarterbacks there, don't they? Brett Favre tweeted this. He said, Bart Starr was the most kind, thoughtful, and classiest person that you could ever know. He was 85 years old, and while his family says he may be known as the toughest player, one of the toughest players to ever have played the game, his true legacy was in his kindness.
Yeah, he was a great American.
He really was.
All right, we're following a lot of other headlines this morning. The new warning just in about deadly rip currents as beach season gets underway. Another deadly incident here on the East Coast. What you need to know before you and your family get in the water.
Also this morning, a look at this summer's hottest blockbusters from Aladdin to Toy Story 4. But first, let's go back over to Ginger.
And a lot of folks in the Southeast are saying the only place to be is in a movie theater because it was 102 in Savannah, Georgia. Yes, that is an all-time May record. Look at this, Jacksonville, Florida. If they hit 100 today, which they'll get close, that would be the hottest in 3 years. So a lot of folks dealing with that serious, if not record heat, that big ridge in place. Look at some of the numbers. These are the actual temperatures. 96 Tallahassee, heat advisories there in parts of Georgia and even South Carolina. Your local weather in 30 seconds. First, though, the Select Cities, sponsored by Amazon Echo.
Look, Grandpa, I got you the Echo Show. You can ask it to play music or check the weather. Valerie, Valerie. Alexa, at 6 p.m., remind Grandpa your favorite dessert's in the fridge.
Okay, I'll set a reminder.
Valerie.
Alexa, play the song that goes Valerie.
Well, sometimes I go out by myself and I look across the water.
Can't rule out a stray shower today, but we're not going to get rocked with the severe storms that we had yesterday and even on Saturday. And less heat for today with lower humidity will make this Memorial Day fairly comfortable for all your activities out and about. From the 60s to the 70s into the lower and mid 80s this afternoon under a partly sunny sky. We'll up the heat and the threat of rain starting tomorrow. Back-to-back 90s expected Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday with a chance of some strong thunderstorms on Wednesday and Thursday.
Seen it? The elusive green flash. Yes, the thing that happens just before the sun sets, captured by Jim Grant there in San Diego. He said people went nuts when they saw it. Beautiful.
Wow, so pretty. All right, we're just getting going on this Memorial Day, guys. Stay with us, don't go anywhere. We're having a good time.
Because it's going to be wild, right?
Yeah.
You are amazing.
Me?
Yes, you. You are a just the right spot scratcher, a leash unleasher, a thunder therapist, and from day one, you've been your